Hey, what up, superstars? It's your boy Ibetonme with some more Destiny 2 content. I guess that's what you would call it. Hey, this video is non-scripted. Basically me just talking. No script, which I really never use a script anyway, but I do a lot of editing on my videos. But I'm not even going to edit this crap for the most part. The gameplay that you see in the background is just me randomly playing some Destiny 2. Checkmate, winning and losing and quitting. The same old usual stuff. But yeah, I definitely want to talk about today, man. We're going to get into some of this drama that's going on with Destiny and Bungie. Like I said, this ain't no script. So hey, just grab a popcorn, have some fun. Let's talk about it. Also down in the comment section, hey, let me know what you guys think about this situation, man, which it's kind of crazy, man. It's a lot of hell Bungie is getting online on social media, especially the CEO, Pete, I think his name is Parsons, which if you guys don't know, if you've been living under a rock, Bungie laid off over 100 employees a few days back, and a lot of more stuff, man. With more stuff coming out about Bungie and why they left these people, lose their job, is becoming kind of mind-boggling. But at the exact same time, if you've been in business before, like I've been in business over 20 years, the business sector, owning my own business, working for corporations, I've seen this type of bull crap. And I tell people all the time, man, back when we saw that article that Bungie did where they talked about we teach our people not to over deliver. When I first heard that, I remember my son was right there. Let me cancel this real fast, guys. All right, my son was right there with me, and I was reading the article and I forgot my son was beside me. And when I heard Bungie saying that about over delivery, man, I said, this is the dumbest I've ever heard in my life. And I forgot my son was there. And I rarely curse. I curse like every blue moon. It has to be something to just like catch me off guard, or something that's just like the most, like something very stupid. And that's what it was, man. When I saw that, I said, man, this is the most stupidest ass I've ever heard in my life. What kind of management teaches you not to do your best job at any given task that you're doing? So, it was just crazy for me, man. And if you guys hear me, I'm clicking in the background. I'm on my computer doing some stuff while I'm talking. But yeah, man. So that was some of the things that really caught me off guard. Was that number one? Let's go here. Let's see what I want to talk about. All right. After they let all these people go, Parsons said to the remaining people that was left at Bungie that we kept the right people for Destiny 2. Now, I don't know, man. I'm a different type of cat. I've never been one of those type of guys, man. I've never been a good employee. Matter of fact, man, for the last, I would say 19 years, I've been kind of more self-employed business ownership type deal. Even as a regional vice president, it was more like a franchise type deal where we owned our own firms, and you could sell it, pass along to your family, do whatever you want to do with it. You own like a franchise inside a franchisee. So, just for him to say that type of stuff, man, especially at Bungie, one thing I can say, I've been following Bungie since the Halo days, and they seem like a pretty knit group. And when I say a pretty knit group, I mean more so of, the people who are already there, as for core, not the upper management. But when I say the core employees, I mean the people that's on the ground front, the people that's doing the day-to-day in the grind working. Those are the people I'm talking about, okay? So for him to say that to a group, if this is true, this is what's being reported on social media. If this is true, man, that's kind of tasteless, because a group being that close, man, your friends just got laid off, man. People you went to war with, people you were doing creative ideas with, they just lost their job, man. They lost their way to feed their family, which at the same time, that's one of the reasons I always stress to my family member and friends that, look, man, a job, to be honest, their responsibility is not to take care of your family. Their job is to pay you a salary or whatever you guys agree upon, and that's pretty much it. So you need to be having stuff outside of your job, because there's no such thing as job security. Everything in life is a risk, so you need to be having things outside. You ever hear people say multiple streams of income? That's what that means. You want other things outside of what you're currently doing, so just in case things do happen, and things in life will happen, you're not in a bad situation, or you have something to fall back on to lighting the blow of the financial hardships that can occur. Okay. So yeah, so that was really tasteless though, for him to say that to, his crew of people that are, that are left there helping picking up the fragments that they, left behind with their employees, of people, losing their jobs and stuff, man. That's a pretty tough pill to swallow when you see your friends that you love and care about go through a struggle in life. No one in their right mind like to see people struggle. Even people, man, that I've never really had too much like for, I would never want to see somebody struggling, in life financially, or to where their family could lose their home, or, be in poverty. That's a tough pill to swallow, man. Like, I came from a background of, low income housing and stuff like that as we were growing up, man. And my parents did all they could to feed us and supply a better situation for their kids. But man, my parents was always gone. So therefore, it was for me and my brothers in a drug infested neighborhood. What do you think, man? You're going to get into some bull crap that's just going to happen. So, so that was the first thing that really turned me off when I saw that. I was just like, man, that's messed up, dude. But, if any of you guys have been following me for a long time, I have been saying, for the longest, man, for anyone who would listen, I was saying, man, Bungie management is running that company into the ground. They're destroying it. And I've been saying that for a long time. For anyone who's followed me in Destiny 2 circles, I have been saying that for a long time. So that was the first thing that really got me, that I said, man, this guy is so out of touch. It's ridiculous. Now, the second thing is all right, employees are one of the reasons people got laid off, because Bungie management said employees were told that player sentiment is at an all-time low. Okay, so let's touch on that. All right, so since Shadowkeep, if anyone, if you've been on my channel since Shadowkeep, you start seeing a tone change. I've always been a pro Bungie person since Halo days, man. I love Bungie. I love Destiny 1, Destiny 2, for a certain extent. Halo. Me and my son, we had so much Destiny 1 gear. It was ridiculous. We would always wear our Destiny 1 hats and shirts to family events, vacations, anything, dude. We had a whole bunch of Trials of Osiris stuff, a whole bunch of just cool Destiny stuff, man, that was really, really cool. And it was very special to us. So when you hear player sentiment is at an all-time high, that is started in Shadowkeep. For me personally, I start seeing it more on the PvP side first, because you start seeing where Bungie start nerfing weapons. They start sunsetting hard fought weapons like the Not Forgotten, the Luna's Howl that we got from competitive. That some people, man, they never got those weapons. It took me 2 seasons to get that weapon, and I was running solo. So, man, some of my friends had got it, and by the time, man, I got Luna's Howl the first time it came out, and I told my friends, man, hey, don't ask me to do any more competitive. I'm through with competitive. So when my friends end up going 5400 and getting the Not Forgotten, what it took to get that time, all my friends got it, and I was the only one who didn't. And I asked them, I said, man, why didn't you guys, say something to me, man? They were like, well, man, you said don't worry you no more with comp, man. You ain't playing that crap. You got Luna's Hell, you're through. So it took me 2 seasons to get it because I did it solo, by myself. But then eventually we started doing fire teams. I actually started playing with some other players and we started doing carries. So that was a real good time, man, where we helped over 1,000 people get Not Forgotten Luna's Howl, recluse, snipers, what's a sniper, revoker, and other weapons. So that was a really good time for me in Destiny 2 because, we built a lot of good camaraderie and friendships. But like I said, come Shadowkeep, you start seeing these weapons getting nerfed and getting sunsetted, and Bungie started saying they're going away from ritual weapons, pinnacle weapons, to ritual weapons, and a lot of stupid things. They start making changes. I think we got like 2 maps in Shadowkeep. Then right after that, in Beyond Light, we lost maps because Bungie changed their system, and it made it to where, like, even if you're looking in the background, how Radiance Cliff, how bright it is, our maps used to be darker. It used to didn't look like that. It was more darker, like Destiny 1. It made it easier for you to see people, and it made it easier for you to more camouflage. You see what I'm saying? Now, to me, man, I have to adjust my monitors a lot because everything looks so bright in the background, coming from map to map. If you're coming from a darker map to a lighter map, that, lots of times it make it harder for me to see people. So I have to constantly adjust my monitor, which I don't like that. But like I said, in the Shadowkeep, you start seeing a lot of things changing. Which we didn't know at the time, that the Destiny 2 PvP team was getting moved over to Marathon. But at the same time, you start seeing like a lot of cheese weapons, one-hit kill weapons start coming into the game. Ariana's Vow, Laminarch had just came in, like right kind of close to the end of in the Forsaking. You start seeing Jotun came in right before Shadowkeep. So you start seeing a lot of these cheese weapons coming into the game, which that's what, man, made a big chunk of my friends actually quit because they got tired of getting hit by Luminarchs and Jotuns, and you're a skilled player and some dude could just shoot you from across the map. And everybody know I use Jotun. Lots of times I just use it just to more of, mess with people, make them mad. But it's, that was some of the things you start seeing happening. And then Bungie announced during Shadowkeep that they was going to start going to more seasonal pass, like a seasonal pass, like Call of Duty, Apex, stuff like that. So, so it started changing slowly but surely, but it started getting worse and worse. And then, so then the content started going to the seasonal content that we have now with these dry seasons. And it was cool for the first few seasons because it was brand new. But man, after like 10 or 12 seasons of the same crap, you start a few missions, you play like 1 or 15, 20 minutes each week. Then you got to wait till the next week. Then you got to wait till the next week. And you're doing the same thing. This is what was mind boggling to me. I'm like, how would you not think people would get tired of doing the same thing? I got to do the exact same thing over and over, week to week. Now, here's the deal, dude. I'm a PvP player. Only time I play PvE in Destiny 2 is kind of more of doing the when we have like DLCs. And if you guys do hear some knocking in the background, man, I got some people coming to work on some plumbing. We got some plumbing done in our house, and they got to put like a drywall or some crap under the sink, and so if you hear all that, that's what's going on, man. I'm not a construction worker, but that's what it kind of, I don't even know what the hell I was. Okay, we'll get back on track. But anyway, it started getting to me how the content was getting so bad and dry because you kept doing the exact same thing. And I'm a PvP player, so man, then the PvP got so bad where abilities just became so overpowered. So we got all these stupid abilities, and I'm not against abilities, but how in Checkmate, that's why I love Checkmate. That's how abilities supposed to be. They can even bring back abilities a little bit more, but I like it low in Checkmate. See, in Destiny 1, Destiny 2, up until like Shadowkeep, up until like Beyond Light, actually, the game was more on gunplay, primary gunplay. It wasn't more abilities. Now it's like, man, it's like 60-70% of your gameplay is like abilities. and the rest is like gunplay. And I'm like, no, man, it's not fun. So it got to the point where I hated playing the game, especially when Beyond Light launched, because Stasis, man, they didn't even test. Bungie didn't test Stasis properly. They didn't do it at all. So they shipped it out. It was broken for like 6 or 7 months before Bungie decided to nerf it. And by then, man, like we had so many big YouTubers and PvP people quit the game. It really just died down everything. So the seasons are bad. PvE, you know, the DLCs are lackluster. Now I like Beyond Light, but to be honest with you, that's just a personal preference because of how the weather looked in the Europa area and stuff like that. But it wasn't the best DLC by any stretch of the imagination. I just like more of the ambiance. But other than that, man, the PvP starts sucking. Then abilities are like overcharged. Then we having these stupid seasonal model that launched in Beyond Light that, you know, was just drip feed. So that caused the player retention. That's why it's at an all-time high, because you're not providing quality content like you used to provide, you know. So that's why people now are going to, you see people were playing Diablo 4, Elden Ring, Cyberpunk, what else? Some other Assassin's Creed, Starfield. See, those are the type of games, they're different from Destiny 2, but those are the type of memories that Destiny 2 used to create. You know, with the DLCs, a few DLCs a year. Then we had 2 events a year. You know, then in Destiny 1, they would come with like the Moment of Triumph or something just to switch it up. So we were given a lot for the little that we paid. Now we pay a lot for little, if that makes sense. And it's garbage. Nothing changes. It's the same stuff. So that's why player sentiment is at an all-time low. So this is one of the reasons why Bungie higher up say that the people got fired. But here's the problem. Word has came out now that the Bungie employees have been begging to change things to bring the players back. Okay, so you basically gonna fire these guys for player sentiment, which is your fault, because the employees have been begging upper management to make it to where we could get the players back. See, that's why I have the problem. Now, like I said, I understand, man. See, this is a job. That's the difference between me and most people. I understand a corporation is not there to take care of your family. A corporation there is to pay you to do a job. So they control all the cards. You got to understand that, okay? But at the same time, I can't believe, dude, Chaperone made me so sick, dude. This dude just killed me with Chaperone. I got to jump on him, and I went down slow because I know Chaperone is so inconsistent that I tried to take my time to shoot to get a headshot, still missed. But then watch this crap. I'm gonna come right up here and kill this dude with a shotgun with Chaperone. It's so inconsistent. But back to what I was saying. So see, look at that. So back to what I was saying. You know, they've been begging for changes. They're seeing the people. Having a hard time playing the game and staying focused playing the game. Okay, it's too much good stuff going on now, man. Too many streaming services going on. You got Netflix, you got YouTube TV, you got Hulu, man. You got so much stuff you can just pop on your phone. You know, then it's stuff to do outside, sporting events, man, football, basketball. You know, season is in. So hey, you know, then good games are out too. You're going to have a hard time keeping player retention, okay? So that's one of the problems, man. People, the employees been begging for change, and the higher ups didn't want to do it. You know why? Because the seasonal pass is what funded all their greed, you know, to even push the other DLC, the other, you know, IPs that they're doing, like Marathon and stuff like that. So they're lining their pockets, and they're also using Destiny franchise to fund the other projects. Destiny is the baby. So you see, and they're saying now like they missed the sales by 45%. Hell, no crap. 45%. I'm surprised it's not more than that. If you've been in business, man, dude, I've been saying this, and I've even had people on my Twitter say, man, you know, Ibetonme, man, you're being a little too critical. And I'm like, look, dude, I'm one of the most positive people you will ever meet in your life. So if you see me constantly saying something, it's a reason why I'm saying something, because it's something that I see. See, that's why I always tell people, man, the beautiful thing is that when I started doing YouTube and stuff like that, which I have other YouTube channels that are humongous, where I do like faceless videos. People don't even know it's me because I don't even do the recording. I have other people talking and doing everything for me. They just create a whole video, send it to me, then I just upload it on my channel. So I pay them money to make all the videos for me. So those two channels, man, now we're right at almost 900,000 subs with my other two, and I just started another one. So Destiny 2, it was never like for me to make money, man. I just did this kind of like, it was almost, I started my channel to stop myself from quitting, you know, the game, and also, you know, just to kind of talk to people, man, about some of the things I see in Destiny. And if you like it, great. You don't, great, man. You don't have to watch my videos. I don't care. You know, go watch somebody else, you know, if you don't like it, or if you do, great. And so, you know, so I'm not that type of person where I count on Destiny 2 for my livelihood. So I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak my mind. So when I see stuff like this going on, where a company, and then like I said, I'm from a business background, so I know when a company is taking advantage of their consumers. See, they're taking advantage of your heart, which is your love for the game, your passion for the game. See, instead of like giving you good things to make your passion even more greater, they're taking your passion for granted and saying, hey, they're going to support it either way it go because they have a passion for the game. So that's why if you notice in I think it was a GDC article, they said when players become where they don't care anymore, that's when it's a problem. They don't care if you like it or if you're mad. Bungie only cares if you don't like it anymore. Well, if you don't care anymore. So that's why they're freaking out, because they see, man, a lot of players just don't care anymore. And I've been that way, man, since like 2019. I've not cared. So anybody know me, man, I'll take 2 months off in the season, like every season. You know, now last season I stuck with it because I knew Checkmate was coming in, the new PvP game mode. So I started doing grinding for, you know, craftable weapons, because I didn't do a lot of craftable weapons when Witch Queen came out. You know, I played Witch Queen for a week, then I took like 2 months off, and then came back at the end of the season. That's how I normally do it. So I didn't really do a lot of guns and weapons, and, you know, where I did crafting. So I did my crafting the last two or 3 months. You know, so I played almost every day because I was crafting like 20 some weapons to prepare for Checkmate. Okay. So that's the problem with me, because they said the player, man, the employees have been begging. See, when I read that GDC article, so I used to go at the devs a lot until I read that GDC article, and I saw what the devs, they want to create, you know, mind-blowing content like they used to and better. But Bungie has pushed them back from that mindset. So I stopped getting on the devs and start going more towards the high ups. Anytime I make any critical point about Destiny, and anytime I make a good point about Destiny, I start making sure I give the devs, you know, the credit for it. Now, the next thing is Final Shape pre-orders were lower than expected. Okay. Yeah, no S. It should have been lower. So you think about this, okay? You know, first of all, I've had people on Twitter come at me and they're like, oh, you're going to pre-order Destiny 2 of Final Shape. You're going to pre-order it. And I said, man, dude, I ain't pre-ordering crap, because I've got burnt too many times now. And I wasn't even going to pre-order Lightfall. I didn't pre-order Lightfall to the last day. Cause you know, man, I'm sick of it, man. I'm just tired of it. But Bungie was like, okay, we're going to start switching up the seasonal model. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pre-order it. But I didn't want to. And that crap was horrible, man. I think I played the first 2 or 3, 4 days. It took me like 2 weeks. Then I left. Then I came back like 2 or 3 weeks later and finally beat the campaign. And then that was it until I came back to craft weapons. So, you know, Beyond Light was horrible. So I'm like, not Beyond Light, was it Lightfall? I actually like Beyond Light, even though it ain't the greatest. Yeah, I liked it. But like I say, Final Shape, man, I said, dude, I'm not giving these people my money for Final Shape. See, unlike most content creators, I don't need the content for my channel. I do the content just for fun when I feel like doing a video. So, so I'm like, man, I'm not spending my money on this crap. And this crap ended up being garbage. So that's why they had to push it back, because they said they were only getting good reviews, not great reviews. Hell, I didn't see nothing that made me excited about it, about wanting to play Final Shape, other than, hey man, let's just get this crap over with so we can get this 10 years over with and I can move on to other video games and, put my time in other stuff. Because I know there's other games like NCAA college football that's coming back that, hey man, I'm gonna get hard into that, because that was my favorite game before they stopped making college football in 2014, because the players at the time was going through their likeness, where the companies are making money off their likeness and they're not making money. So they start suing the NCAA. So they stopped making those video games, college football and basketball games. So, so that's about to come back, man. So I'm like, shoot, man, I know I'm going to be in that hard. That's going to be most of my PvE right there. So, so I'm just going to play Destiny, man. Every once in a while, I could be a free-to-play player, play some PvP here and there. Checkmate looks like it's going to be good. So, and I'm pretty sure most modes now are going to be checkmate in the next few months from where it looks like. But then again, hey, things may change after all these people got firing. Ain't no telling what happened to the PvP, Strike Force team. I don't even know if we're going to get those maps anymore. I don't even know anymore. So I'm just playing everything by ear. So yeah, man, Final Shape pre-orders should be lower than expected, because people are tired of getting milked for their money. So look, man, your employees, man, these guys are on the ground floor. They're on Twitter. They play the game. They see what's going on. You got the fat cats up there just caring about the money, but they're not listening to the people. So yeah. And then also, the next problem is, a lot of people now, they're upset about Bungie's big costly new headquarters. Now, I remember when they announced that Bungie was doing a new headquarters, I think this was around, either it was right before COVID or right at COVID. And I was like, a brand new 200 and some square foot headquarters? Like, dude, most people working from home. Hell, I'll tell you like this, man. I would never, dude. I started working from home in 2020 when COVID hit. I had offices, but when COVID hit, man, I still kept my office for up until November of last year, I think. Up until November of last year, I think that's what it was. Or at the beginning of this year, one of them. I'm gonna drink some water. All right, I think it was either one of them. Either way. But I started working from home in 2020, and I have never really went back to my office. I would go up there for like 30 minutes, like once a month or something like that, And so I'm just like, yeah, man, dude, I'll never work from home office again. I'll always work from my home office, from now on, man. That, dude, you know how much gas money, dude, people say, yeah, man, you make money, dude. I'm not the type of person that blow money, man. I help people with my money, and, with my family, friends, people I can help, or try to build other businesses. But I'm like, look, man, dude, I've saved so much money on clothing, so much money on gas and car upkeep, because of not having to travel a lot. So I'm not going back to that. So, them big in that big headquarters, and they're talking about they're a company that's, the leading, company for pro remote work. That's millions of dollars of wasted money. I think that it was like 200 some thousand square foot. That's a big doggone headquarters, man. And you're talking about people not even being there, and so that's crazy. So a lot of people are not understanding what's going on. It's two ways for you to make money as a corporation, okay? The first way is sell more of your product, which is going to take more time, and it's harder to do that. As somebody who's ran several hundred agents at one time, helping people, I understand that crap is harder, way harder to do. So the other way to make profit is to get rid of employees, fire employees, And people are like, man, what do you mean fire employees? How does that make the company profit? Well, think about it. There's a couple of ways. Number one, they're no longer paying that person's salary. So you got 100 people, let's say 100 people making average of $50,000 a year. So that's 100 people making probably more than that, probably more than 50,000. But I just say low. Let's just low in it. Let me see that I got a calculator. I'm not great with math, guys. I just know how to make money. Other than that. All right, so 50,000 people, $50,000 times 100 people. That's $5 million a year. So that's $5 million profit coming back in yearly that they don't have to outsource. So they're just going to, like I say, outsource. They're going to find some cheaper people, younger people to pay them way less, save money, outsource it. So you don't have to pay people benefits and stuff like that. So let's talk about the benefits. Now you're no longer having to match people's 401ks, dental, insurance, all that stuff. That's several more $1 million coming back in. So within a year, that company probably will save $7 to $10 million easily getting rid of those 100 people. And they're probably going to get rid of more people, unless they're afraid of the backlash. So that's how they instantly making that money back. See, it'll be hard for them to make up that $7 million by selling more product when it's at an all-time low player sentiment. They're not going to be able to make that money fast. So to make that money fast, that's why they get rid of employees. But that's the problem, okay? Because the problem is they're blaming the employees. They're saying now they got the right people. They're blaming the employees for player sentiment being at an all-time low. The employees have been begging for them to make changes. They won't do it. Final shape pre-orders lower than expected. 45% less revenue than expected. They thought they were overcharging us for the, season passes and all that stuff. But thanks to guys like Astacross for making videos about the microtransactions, kind of put a halt to all those plans. So they thought they was going to make a lot of money by duking us with the season passes, the Eververse, and, ripping us off that way. Then, like I say, the pre-orders didn't come through as good because, hey, the quality of product sucks. And then, so then the costly Bungie new headquarters for a company that pushes pro home remote. All right. So that's it, man. That's really it. That's really the problem. So that's it, man. That's all I have to say. This is crazy to me, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm not gonna talk about it too much on social media anymore. I may talk, engage in a few posts because I got other stuff I need to be doing. I don't need to be focusing my time on that crap. On a company that's not really, number one, providing what they say they're gonna provide to their people. And number two, providing what they say they're going to provide to the public, which is us, the consumer. So when you're lying to both of us, that's a huge problem, man. I really don't care. As for the employees, I care about the employees, what happened to them. But Bungie, the corporation, I don't care, man. I don't care about that company anymore. They've proven, and I told people, man, when they got away from Activision, I said they're getting away from Activision not because they want to provide a better product. They got away from Activision so they can avoid accountability. That's what it was all about. So then they go to Sony, and then the exact same thing happens again. But come to find out, first they was trying to make like Sony was to blame, but come to find out it was the Bungie head up who made all these decisions to fire all these people. So I hope they land on their feet, which is all kind of things they could do. Man, there's all type of contract work they could do that just go online, type work from home, contract work. A lot of these contract works pay $15, $20, $30 an hour. Hell, man, I've done some contract work before, where I've gotten paid $4 or $5 grand in like a couple of weeks. So it's all kind of ways to make money. All right. So if you are interested in more Destiny 2 news, I would suggest you watch this playlist next. Also, don't forget to like and sub. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.